going, guys? So it's been a long time since the last video. Don't know, I don't know when this is going to go up. So 3 weeks, maybe a month. So a lot's happened. I'm now officially a dad. Me, this guy, one of the most immature people on the planet. So yeah, that was an experience. Tried to go to as many car boots as possible, but when you're back and forth to the hospital, and when she's chose Nottingham as the hospital, even though we live in Leicester, it's like... But yeah. So, yeah. That was the first car boot. So actually I missed the first car boot. So she had all week to have the kid, and then obviously he wanted she went into labour on Friday. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then he finally popped out on Tuesday. But we got sent home like a few times. I think it was Saturday. Got sent home on Saturday. So I dropped her off, and she's like, "Oh, you might as well go home, and I'll ring you if anything happens." So I was at home for ages and ages and ages, and got to about... It was like 1 o'clock on Sunday, and I was like, right, I'm going to bed now. Hopefully she won't ring me, because the car boot's in a few hours. Roll on like 4 o'clock, get the phone call, "Oh, I need to go to the hospital." I was like, no! So close to the car boot. We're like 3 hours away. No, not even that. What would it be? Like an hour and a half away from going to the car boot. And I was devastated. That's how sad my life is. Just revolves around the car boot. I was just driving there, just like... I don't think I spoke to her all morning after that. And then we had to go home again anyway, because, you know, they were like, "Oh, you might as well go home again." So I was not pleased. I did actually go to a car boot in Nottingham though. I found a car boot in Nottingham, started about 8 o'clock. Oh man, it was horrible. The amount of stalls selling like electrics, you know, these foreigners, and they have just stalls of like broken mobile phones and stuff. It was like a friggin'... It was horrible. I didn't see anything which was worth buying, but I assume that's because they go around and hoover up all the good stuff, and when it doesn't open till 8:30, they've got like a few hours to do that. So anyway, yeah, did that car boot. It was rubbish. So I was like, roll on next week, and then they're like, "Oh, she's got to be in the hospital for a week." I was like, "Oh, for fuck's sake!" But luckily, I managed to go to the car boot. And I said to her, I bet it's going to rain next car boot, because obviously it was really sunny, the one I missed. And I was like, "I bet it fucking rains. I can guarantee it." And lo and behold, it rained. I was just like, well, typical. But I went anyway. So my usual first one go to, nothing there. There was a couple of people waiting to get in, and then they just sent them. They said, I guess they just said, no point. So I went to my next one, which is it's in a field, so sometimes... Check Facebook, they were like, "Yep, open." Went there, there was like 8 cars. I was just like, oh my god. But then actually, to be fair, it did fill up quite quick after that, and there weren't as many people there, because I think a lot of people were like, looked out the window and went, "Fuck it, I'm not going." So the first thing I bought, again, I don't really buy stuff till later on, because the first stalls, I think they've been picked through, but once... So I saw a GameCube in someone's boot, and there was 2 games sitting on top. I think it was WrestleMania something and something else, and I was like, oh fucking hell. So I was like, "How much is GameCube?" She's like, 35 quid. I was just like, nope. She's like, "Oh, there's 2 more games of it." And I was like, alright. So I was like, what are there? What are the 2 games? The other 2? And I was thinking they're going to be 2 shit games, and they weren't 2 shit games actually. They're alright games. So I was like, "Oh, would you sell the games separately? Because I don't really want the GameCube, I just want the games." And she's like, "Yeah, £5 each." So I was a bit like, you know what, I'll just buy them, because I ain't bought anything, and I need to at least cover the petrol cost to get here. So anyway, for £5 each, I got me Mario Kart Double Dash. Really nice condition actually. I think I swapped my copy out for this one, and I put it in the thing. I'm probably going to take it to Doncaster, which is next week. Make sure you're there and say hi. And Super Mario Sunshine. This one had no manual, so I said to myself, it's got no book in it. So obviously most people, that means nothing to them when you go, "Oh, it's got no book." They're just like, "It's got the disc in there." So I was like, I can get £8 for both, and he's like, nope, no, £5 each. I was like, yeah. So anyway, and again, I think I swapped mine for that. Did I? No, I don't think I did actually. Even though mine has got, you see on the barcode there, a sticker. But this one's, I can't remember why I didn't swap it round. There is a reason, but I put it in this plastic bag, so I probably can't tell. Is that mine? Yeah. So yeah, £10. Not bad to be fair. I think that's about £15, and that's about £15. I put a manual in there from, if you watched my last video, I got some empty cases. I just shoved the manual from that one I got in there. So it's actually really nice condition. So anyway, so that's that. And the next thing I bought, and this is actually the bargain of the day, I'd say. Woman pulls up. So I normally have a quick glance in the boot. I won't touch anything in the boot. I don't go there. I don't agree with that. I think you should just let people get on with it. And I saw a PS3 sticking out the top, and I was like, oh, how much is your PS3? And she went, oh, my son said it's not worth anything. I was just like, all right, you're really selling it to me here. And I was like, all right, what? Can I have a look at it? And she's like, yeah, sure. So she gets it, and she's like, there's no lead for the TV. I was just like, yes, again, like really trying to sell it to me here. And I was like, all right, well, what do you want for it? And she's like, £5. I was just like, yes, I shall take that for £5. So a PS3 for £5, and it's the slim model. And also, as always, there's a disc in it when I got home because I tested it, and it's Call of Duty Black Ops 3. I had a quick go on that on the zombies mode. It's actually pretty fun. I remember playing it on the first one, and they sort of integrated a story into it, where I cut scenes and stuff, which is pretty cool. So I actually played that for like half an hour. And a PS3 controller, which is actually real nice condition, which still works. Oh my god, it's started oozing. I hate that when it does that. If you leave them too long, these analog sticks start oozing like slime out of them. Sticky. And there's an official headset, which I don't want to touch because it's been someone's ear. So I think CX take them for £2. So that was probably going to go to CX. Why anyone would buy a second-hand headset is beyond me. Or maybe I'm just like a clean freak. I don't know. But £2 they'll give me for that. So the PS3 cost me £3. So that was that week. So that's actually not a bad haul, to be fair. And then the one just passed. It wasn't a very good Carboot, to be fair, at all. Actually, there's something else. I went to a charity thing. This was just before the Carboot. It's RSPCA, like Carboot thing. They do it every year, and I've never actually gone to it. I went to this year. Wasn't bad, actually. It was alright. It was actually £1 to get in each. I was just like, what? I normally only pay 50p to get into a Carboot. But I'm nothing great there. I think there was some Lego 360 games. I went £4 each. And the prices on them they're not worth it anymore. Unless I want them. There's a few actually I want for the collection, because I want to collect all the Lego games. But yeah, they actually, when I went back round, they'd gone, so I guess someone else bought them. But the first thing I saw, and thanks to Amanda for pointing this out, because we've already gone past it, was a PS1 game, and it's Worms Armageddon, and it's a super faded copy, really faded. You can't probably tell from the camera. But actually, to be fair, it's actually really nice condition, and the disc's like not scratched at all. So I want £1 for that. So I got it for £1. And then a PS2 game, Spyro: Enter the Dragonfly. I thought it was Enter the Dragon, but that's actually the third one, isn't it, on PS1? Yeah, £1. And then I saw this, and she was like 10p, and I was just like, yeah, I'll get that for 10p. And it's the Sims busting out. I thought I use it with the case. Funny story, actually, there was a game I was going to swap. Oh, I can't remember what game it was. Was it Silent Hill? It could be Silent Hill, actually. Nope, wasn't Silent Hill. That's really annoying now. Was it this one? Okay, I think it was this one. So I was going to swap it out for this, what's that? Breath of Fire for the PS2, because it's a bit scuffed. think it was that one. Anyway, I can show you the problem. So the one as you can see, it's got the Sony thing on here on the front, but some games actually have it on the back. So when you swapped it over, it doesn't sit right in the thing. Like, let me show you this one. I mean, you probably know what I'm on about. Like, I've obviously swapped that around at some point, and it's actually, it should be on the back there. And when you've got OCD like me, that's really annoying. So I should look out for a case for that, just to swap it round. Put it all back. Ooh. Yeah, 10p. So I'm sure I'll find some. I might have actually swapped it round. Now I have actually swapped it with something else. I can't remember what it was. So anyway, that was that Carboot. And then yeah, so anyway, the Carboot. So first one, went to it. There was a lot of people waiting. They didn't let me in until like 6:10, and I normally like to be at the other Carboot for like 6. So I hung around for as long as possible, and I was just like, I'm going, because I'm not hanging around any longer. So then I went to the next Carboot. Saw Stuart there, 2TUK. I hadn't seen him for a while, to be fair. He's been missing a lot of the car boots, which is probably why I've got them things from last time and stuff. Yeah, I didn't actually buy anything, really. One of the last stores, Tutu was like, oh, she said she's got a PlayStation Vita game, and I was just like, oh, come on, I better know what that is. It's going to be some fucking football game. So he was like, oh, why don't you just ask her for it? And I was like, eh. So anyway, thanks to Tutu, he asked the woman for me, and she got it out. And she wanted £6 for it, and I was just like, a Carboot for a Vita game. But to be fair, I have been looking for this for a while, and it's Sorcery Saga, Curse of the Great Curry God. I think it's only £10 in CX, but I've been wanting to try it, so that's just a cart in there. I don't think it comes with a book. Not actually checked. I was going to check. Got it for a £5, as I do it at £5. I think CX got it for a £10, so half price really. And it's in good condition, so yeah, that's quite happy with that. And then on the same stall, she also had this Batman Arkham Knight Collector's Guide. I was just like, I'll buy that for £1. I used to be a big fan of guides, but I was just like, you know what, they take up so much room, and I don't really do anything with them. Don't know. Unless it's like, maybe an RPG, I might buy the guide for. Maybe something like that, because the artwork's really nice in that. But yeah, I don't really see the point anymore. I mean, I've got a whole shelf full here of guides, but yeah. So I've started to sell. I've sold loads off, to be fair, because they just take up so much room. Anyway, so yeah, bought them 2 things. So bit shit. Then we went to the first Carboot because it's on the way back. Quick look round, nothing really there. But I did pick up Ratchet & Clank Size Matters for the PSP. And I was going to keep it, but then I realised it's the American version, which, if I can get a PAL version of something, I'd rather just have that. But yeah, that was £1. Which actually, she goes, make me an offer. And I was just like, £1? She's like, you trying to rip me off? I was just like, no, it's probably not worth much more than £1. She's like, oh, okay. So that was that. Right, a couple of charity shop bits. Right, which way? So my mum works in the charity shop, so she rings me up going, oh, some games just came in. And obviously I was off, because I'm a father now. I had a week off. So I went down there, and I was just like, pretty shit, to be fair. But I thought, put some money in the till for them. And I picked up Twisted Metal Head On for the PSP, complete, and the Simpsons game. I was just like, So, got them. And then she goes, oh, we've got a DS Lite, if you're interested. So I had a quick look at it, and I was just like, the stylus was missing, there was no charger, and it wouldn't turn on. And she was like, oh, £2 if you want it. So I took it home, and I noticed the back there, you probably can't tell, it's actually cracked. So every time you opened it, looked like it was going to break. So I took it back in, I was like, it's cracked there, and one of the speakers didn't work. And she was like, I'll just keep it. And I was like, alright. She's like, we'll just throw it away. So I was like, alright, I'll keep it. I might have a stylus, and I got a charger, so I might do the Carboot. I've actually super glued the thing back together, so it's actually holding on now. So I put a charger with it, might get like 6-7 quid for it. Throw in a game, probably brain training, because I've got like 2 copies of that lying around. So that's that, and then a few more bits from the charity shop. The chap was closing, funnily enough. I'd just gone to post something, and I went and he's like, "Oh well, what games did you look for?" I was like, anything you've got. So on the shelf he had a couple of DS games. So I grabbed Trauma Center under the knife, Professor Layton, and Nintendogs for £1 each. And then he came out with a big tub loads of stuff, and there's quite a lot in there. And he's like, "There's not been checked, so check them before you say you want them." And the first one I picked up was Echo the Dolphin for PS2. I'd never actually seen it before. I didn't know they'd done it. I assume it's just a port of the Dreamcast version. No disc in it. I was like, for God's sake. So anyway, I was like, "How much are the games in here?" And he's like, £1.50. I was like, alright. I was like, "Well, these are £1." And he's like, "Okay, they're just £1 then." So I picked up Grand Theft Auto Vice City Stories. Nice and complete, real nice condition. Don't actually see that often. That's probably the least. You just don't see it at all, to be fair. And it's not really worth much. I think it's worth like 5-6 quid, more than like the trilogy, you could say, the third one, Vice City, and then Grand Theft Auto 5. I'll just trade that into CX. I think it's only 6 quid, but I only paid £1 for it. So yeah, I was actually going to keep Professor Layton because I want to get all the whole set. And now I've said that, I won't see them at the car boot. Even though you see every week, you see Professor Layton, brain training. And I wasn't sure because one of them they took content out of it. I think it's this one basically. It's like there was an RPG mini game in it called London Life, where you basically, I think someone said it was a bit like Animal Crossing. And they took it out because they said, "Oh, it's going to take too long to translate." And I'm just like, well, surely the UK V version should have. You could have left it in, but supposedly they just took it out, which I think annoyed a lot of people, like the hardcore fans, from what I read. But you can get an Australian version of it, which would be PAL. So I've been looking for that, but you just don't see it. I thought you would, because I thought these Professor Layton games, you see them everywhere. But I think the American one, you can buy the American one on the UK eBay. I've seen that one as well. It goes for like 25 quid, so I was just like, I'm not paying that. So yeah, that'll just be one of those things, if I ever see it, I see it. Oh man, I've got loads of stuff to go through. Right, birthday present, was my birthday on the 13th of July. So my partner was like, "I'll give you some money for the games, Doncaster." So she's going to do that. But she also bought me this. Another one off the Dreamcast list. And it's Time Stalker. And it's actually really nice condition. I wouldn't mind playing this one. Looks a bit like Skies of Arcadia on the back. But yeah, I assume it's an RPG. Looks like an RPG. Sounds like an RPG. So that's that. A Facebook pickup here. Some Dreamcast stuff. There was a chap selling. He had a full Dreamcast set, and he said he didn't want it anymore, and he was just selling it off. Minus, I think he didn't have Evolution 2. I think he said he was keeping that one. So maybe I can persuade him to sell it. There's a few others he was missing, but I think he said he sold some of them on before. Some of the heavy hitters like Cannon Spike and Evil Twin. I know for a fact he didn't have them too. But there was a lot of other ones on there which are quite sought after. So I was like, how much are these? So I think initially I said, how much are these two? So, and he said 100 quid, which is an absolute bargain. So he hooked me up big time here with these. Because I think on eBay, on CX, this one's £105 mint, and I'd say this is mint. I don't think it's worth £105, but yeah. So anyway, the game in question is Project Justice, Rival Schools. not that difficult to find. I think CX has got like 3 or 4 of these in stock. I think they've just priced it too high, really. I think they go for about... Last time I checked, they go for about 85 to 90 on eBay, which is about in line where their non-mint one is. I think they've got it for 85. I don't think it's gone up, actually. I think it's 92 or something like that. I don't know. Something like that, yes. So, yeah. So, for £100, I got that one. And Jojo's Bizarre Adventure. Another one. Quite a tricky one to find. Again, it's not... You do see it now and again. I think it's more rare than that one. Real nice condition. Nice and mint. And again, that's £45 in CX. So to get them for 100 is a bargain. And the next two, so he said, I said, how much is this? No, this one. And he said 15 quid. I've already got this one, but mine was the disc was a bit scratched, and the front cover, I can't show you because I did have it here, but yeah. So anyway, it's Techromancer. And you've probably seen I had to pick this up in the in one of my CX roulette things. Yeah, again, mint. But mine, yeah, it looked like the front cover had been trapped in the spine there. Someone shut it, and the disc was a bit scratched. So I was like, 15 quid. I get my 15 quid back. I just take it to Donny. So yeah, 15 quid for that one. And the last one, and this is a real tricky one to find. Don't really see it on eBay. I think there's probably a bite. There's always a bite now of every game on there, but it's always like ridiculously expensive. Anyway, it's Tokyo Highway Challenge 2, and I was surprised when I knew this. When I found out this was a rare game, I was like, a driving game, which is rare. But yeah, again, nice and mint. So I think he said 40 for that one, and I was just like, because CX sold their boxed one for 40. I was just like, I wasn't sure how he was gauging his condition as well. He said in the mint, but obviously his mint can be different from mine. But a mint one is 55, so I think I said, would you take 35 for it? So it's 150 for all them, which in hindsight is an absolute bargain. Because yeah, they're just... Well, I'd say that's probably the rarest one to find, to be fair. This shitty driving game. I don't know, I've not played it, so it might actually be good. But yeah, it's an absolute bargain. I can't think of his name. It's is it Alistair something? But yeah, it was on a Facebook group. Yeah, so if you're watching, thank you very much. So 4 tricky games in the collection. Well, actually no, 3, because I've already got that one. But yeah, so I was gonna see what he wants, because he's got, obviously had a full set, and I'm still missing probably 60 games, and he had about 30 of them. I was just like, shall I just go, how much for these ones I need, and just be done with them 30? But I was just like, I like the chase, I like chasing them down. And with Doncaster coming up, I wanted to see what I can get there, so probably after Doncaster I'll see what he's got left. I know he's not got much left now, to be fair, so, but we'll see. Right, and another Dreamcast game here. So I nipped into Nottingham while we were at the hospital. I saw this and I was just like, I didn't have it. And it's Who Wants to Be a Millionaire for Dreamcast. And it's £1. And it says no book. But it's got a book. Oh yes. And I bought it I saw it when it said no book, I was like, well, I can use the case for £1. There are no cracks on the case or anything. Which is really weird, because the shop, I think it's Game Master in Nottingham, they have some like rarish games in there for Dreamcast, and you just thinking, why wouldn't you put them in a nice case and just put this in a cracked one? But yeah, £1. I didn't have it. You don't really see that often. It's not on CX because they don't. There's certain games they just will not stock because people don't want them. These games are worthless. They're only valuable to people like who want a full set, pretty much. So yeah, £1. I was really chuffed with that, to be fair, when I found that. And another thing, while I was out and about, so Amanda's was like, oh, I really want some chocolate. So I was just like, I'll go get a chocolate bar from the shop, and I was like, oh, there's a CX, there's a CX here. So I ran into, so I was like, I'll go in CX, and I saw this, and I was just like, do I need it? And again, it's a mint game from CX, so went online, checked to see the comparison from the boxed to the non-boxed, and it dropped in price by £2 as well from what they had on the shelf. So I think this was 20 quid, and it's Star Wars, just Star Wars for the Master System. But it's really nice condition, nice and white, because they do tend to go a bit yellowy, and yeah, some scratching to the cart, and the book is slightly ripped, you know, because it's so fat it doesn't actually fit in the thing very well, so it's ripped slightly there. But yeah, I mean, I think it's 18 for a non-mint one, and this is 20, so I'd rather the mint one. So that's that. And I know a few things from CX. Had some about I know Wii U game. I ain't bought a Wii U game for ages, even though again I wouldn't mind a full set. Sort of going for that. It's on the back burner. And I saw this and I was like, 12 quid. I had some vouchers, so I thought I'll get it. And it's Lego Star Wars: The Force Awakened. 12 quid this was. Again, it's all there. I know it's CX, they leave the manuals in the cases now. Well, the two round me they do. So you can, instead of going to the counter going, I'll buy this, but and if it's got a manual, you can just open it and go, it's got the manual. So yeah, when I say manual, I mean like the slip of paper, which like a leaflet you could say it is more than anything. And while I was in there, I had a quick look at the 360 games, and I bought Divinity 2, the Dragon Knight Saga. I played this is like a remastered version. The original was on 360 as well. This is just like an expansion version. It's got the original in, and they've redone the thing. It's an RPG. What? There's a disc in here. What is that? Oh yeah, that's a PC game of mine. I don't know why I put it in there. Yeah, so I thought I'd give that a go. And I thought £4, you know. And while I was in there, I bought Deadly Premonitions for the 360 as well. Again, £3.50. I've already got it. I don't know why I bought it. I think I was going to give it to my friend, but I was debating whether he'd actually play it or not. This is a brilliant game. It's one of those games, it's so bad it's good. When I first played this, I played for about 20 minutes, and I was like, this is fucking atrocious. So I was just like, I'm not playing it anymore, and I turned it off. And then like I read went on the forums. I was just like, and they were like, oh no, you've got to give it some more time to get going into it. So I was like, put it back in, started going, and then once you sort of hit the town bit where you can sort of explore, it sort of just opens up, and it does remind me a lot of Twin Peaks as well, which is awesome. And obviously stop laughing. Twin Peaks is awesome. No one insults Twin Peaks. And the new season of Twin Peaks is amazing. So, yeah. If you like Twin Peaks and you want to play a game sort of similar, this one is awesome. Destructor, I give it 10 out of 10. Right. What next? Okay, how long's the video? 28 minutes. So, I saw a post on a Facebook group. It was for a reproduction, an unreleased game, and they've just made a case for it and stuff. And I was just like, so I went on the website and I was just like, I'm not massive. I'm not a fan of reproductions or anything like that. I think it's mainly down to people trying to sell them on as the real thing, which really puts me off. And they devalue the ones out there, which, you know, it's not all about value, you know, but anyway, yeah. So this game was unreleased, so in my book, that's fine. I'll buy an unreleased game. And also hacks of games where they've changed the code and it's sort of, it is the original game, it's not. I think there's some Legend of Zelda ones, the Sonic ones they do. But anyway, the game is, it's a Mega CD game, and it's Super Strike Trilogy. And I've played these on Mega Drive. I'm not sure, I think they're on Super Nintendo as well. Yeah, brilliant, awesome games. So yeah, and they've made like a snazzy box for it, I could say. The case is really cheap. I don't know where to buy a cheap Mega CD game and just swap them over. So it's got an original thing in here. But it's printed quite well. I mean, it's not paper, it's actually printed on that disc, because you can see it's shiny. Let me show it you very well. And it comes with a manual as well, so, and obviously the back. The only one thing which annoys me is the barcode. I feel they could have just made a barcode up, just so it doesn't look so. I suppose I could cut a barcode out and just stick it in there, just to make it look a bit. It just stands out. I mean, yeah, but yeah, I think that was $15.99. I think it's RetroLabs something. Anyway, I'll leave a link down below, so if you're interested. Yeah, I think it was 16 quid. Not tried yet because I don't have a Mega CD set up, but hopefully I will. Ah, my legs. This beanbag. Got back on there. Right, and the last. Oh no, there's still more. Where's it all coming from? I said I won't buy any more amiibos, but I did, because I saw these and I was like, I had to buy them. So I pre-ordered these. I think there was 2 Bayonetta ones, 2 Cloud ones, and 2. I think it was a Fire Emblem game, maybe. I can't remember. I didn't order that one anyway. So went to order the Bayonetta ones, sold out. I was like, great. Managed to pre-order the Final Fantasy ones. And to there, Nintendo, packaging. Look, they put them with bubble wrap and everything. And air pockets. So, top marks for Nintendo. And yeah, and you've probably seen these already, but yeah. Oh, these are awesome. I said I won't buy any more amiibos because I've got like the whole set pretty much. I think I'm only missing the dude from Xenoblade Chronicles. Shrook, is it? Maybe? Or is that the one from Zelda? I don't know. Yeah, and the other Player 2 one. So the Cotton Don. They thought people are stupid. Let's make 2 with slightly different designs. So people like me buy it because, you know. I was going to say the picture on the front's the same, but it's not. It is different. Yeah, so I said I won't buy any more, but I did. Couldn't help myself. Then back in there. And the next 2 things, the last 2 things, there's a lot. It's been ages since the video. Is so some vinyl basically from Data Discs. So as always, I always try and get the limited edition. They'll send you the code to get into the store early to get these. And you probably heard that if you're interested in these, you'll know that the old Beast one's out. This is the limited edition one. I'd get it out, but I don't want to. So I ordered that one, and then while I was ordering that, I was like, ooh, got this one in stock. And this is not Data Disc, but they do sell it on the site. So I was just like, oh, whatever, I'll just order it. And it's Castlevania 4, and it's by, who is it, Mondo, is it? I think that's the American sort of, they do their own releases, but I think they sell them on each other's stores. And again, this is an awesome game. Awesome soundtrack. I did have the game back in the day when I was a kid, and I sold it because I'm an idiot. Can't believe I did that. And it was mint. It was actually mint. Boxed complete, and I sold it because I'm an idiot. But yeah, I think that's everything. That is everything to show you. So, Doncaster is on next week, or whenever this video is published. You know, you'll know. I'll be standing, I'll have a stall. Come say hello. Buy something off me. Don't judge the prices. I just basically price. I'll go on eBay/CX, sort of work out the average price roughly. So if you think the price is a bit high, just say, this is too high. Give me a deal, and I'll give you a deal. I'll give you a deal. You've just got to ask. And say hello. And yeah, and that's all I've got to show you. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.